Everyone, welcome to the rainforest. This is such a rainy time of year. It's just non-stop. It's been raining for a week straight. Today alone, about 5 inches of rain has fallen. It's just crazy. I want to welcome you all to Lone Wolf Mountain. For this adventure, we're up here at the cabin, and there is a good reason for that. Well, reasons. 1, we have not been here in a really long time. 2, this is roughly an hour away from where I live, which means that I can get home in a hurry if I need to. As it stands right now, there is a flash flood watch for this entire area. And I'll tell you what, let's take a second here and let me read it to you all. The flash flood watch is in effect until 8 p.m. tomorrow. Already 5 inches has fallen across the area. An additional 4 to 8 inches of rain are possible. Excessive runoff may result in flooding. I mentioned in the last adventure that this was going to be a very wet week. And folks, it is. It has been. For the last week here, it has been non-stop rain and storms. All of which I love. It's exciting, but I do want to be close to home just in case I have to go home and solve some problems. Anyways, we are out here at the cabin. We're going to have a great time. We are going to enjoy the rain. We will even explore the property just a little bit tomorrow. We'll go up to the shed, we'll check on that, and we'll also talk about it for new time visitors so they understand what it's like up here at Lone Wolf Mountain, and also how I maintain the area. It is pouring out here, folks. It's coming down nicely. I want to say that I heard thunder, but could be wrong. before I left the house, I was getting everything ready for this trip. And basically, I got some clothes on. I was about to head outside to the gear room. Susie asked me, "Hey, do you want my umbrella?" And I'm like, "Of course not. I'm a man. I don't want that." I opened up the door, looked outside, and it was absolutely pouring the rain. And I said to myself, I'm a man that's about to get wet. A dumb man, that's what I am. But it has been raining literally non-stop for like over a week now. It's been quite impressive. Everything out here at Lone Wolf Mountain is now growing like crazy. Everything is green. It looks like a jungle, doesn't it? Now I did give Lone Wolf Mountain its very first haircut, and it looks good. I left behind all of the flowers. I didn't mow those. That way the bees can pollinate and all that stuff. Anyways, everyone, I think it's coffee time. I definitely need to pick me up. It is currently 5:24, so let's take a second here and let's make the final cup of coffee for the day. Cheers, everyone, cheers. It is definitely coffee time. Oh man, a woman, that is so good. Guatemalan coffee, and it is fantastic. What is also fantastic are the weather conditions today. We're talking about temps at 55 degrees. In a few days from now, it will be over 80 here in the mountains. Usually here in the mountains, the high, like 75, 77. On a rare day, we'll hit 80. But last year, it was a lot. Like very high temperatures for this area and a ton of humidity. I hope that we do not repeat that because it was miserable. Coming out here to work, right? To test out products, to film videos. I felt like I was like down at the coast or something. It was just, for me, it was awful. For everybody else, you probably love it. But for myself, I didn't care for it that much. And let me say, everyone, it is pouring out there. Heavy, heavy rainfall. I can literally see everything grow. You know what I mean? Everything is just going boosh. It's leafing out. As I've been sitting here, I've been talking with Susie and also my dad. Susie says that it's pouring at the house. It's super, super heavy. And my dad says, like, over the next couple of hours, they're calling for some strong storms. Right now on the radar, I see a couple of strong storms, but nothing that's going to impact us anytime soon. with the previous overnight adventure, which took place a few days ago, when I was wrapping up that trip, that was some of the best lightning that I've seen in quite a while. I don't remember the last time that I saw bolts that good. With that being said, it's not all that common for me to have views that good. Chasing storms up in the mountains in the southeast is extraordinarily difficult. That's because it can be extremely difficult to intercept a storm. You have so many obstacles here. First off, there's so many trees. The canopy is so thick, you can have a hard time seeing the sky. You can have a hard time locating the storms because it's so thick. To this day, I remember the very first lightning picture I ever took. I remember chasing this storm into town, and I found a spot where the sky was open enough to get a shot. Picture this in your head. 90% just complete darkness with like the silhouette of some trees. 10% lightning bolt up at the top. I captured that picture and I said to myself, oh my God, this is incredible. We have to print this. People need to see this. This is the most amazing thing. And it was the worst picture of all time. I don't think I have it anymore, but I was so proud of that picture, you know? It continues to rain, everyone. It's coming down pretty good. It's raining good here, but it's not pouring like it is at home. I just received a text message from Susie and some pictures, and flooding has begun at home. Luckily, it's all pretty minor stuff. Most of it is just going across the road out into a field, so it's not that big of a deal. Everyone, you won't believe what the DOT did at my house. So check this out, everyone. Let me paint you all a picture, okay? So let's say that you have a square piece of land, right? So here's your square. In the corner, there's a creek that comes through that property, right? So you have a culvert here, the water comes through, and there's another culvert over here, and it goes out. Both of those culverts are 90% blocked. The DOT knows this, right? The DOT came by a few weeks ago. They dropped a truckload of gravel over the top of that thing and completely filled it in. Filled it in to the point that I cannot unclog it at all. I cannot, not unclog it because it's basically the culvert has to be torn out. I cannot uncover that culvert at all. There's so much gravel on top of this thing now, and all of the water that goes through that culvert has to now go through that gravel. It's unbelievable, and it's a big problem. Whoever okayed that, and then whoever did it, both should be fired because it is unacceptable. Everyone driving by is like, what the blank? I mean, it's unbelievable what they've done. Why did they do it? I don't know. I have no idea. We have a thunderstorm developing to our northwest. It is moving away from us. but there's some thunder action. With that thunderstorm being so close, we better get inside, everyone. We have to be smart. It is raining incredibly hard. Look at that. Woo! So we have grilled chicken that was pre-cooked that I heated up with basil oil, whole grain rice, green beans, General Tso's sauce. It is fantastic. Simple, easy, tasty, healthy. I never learned how to eat. All I know how to do is make a mess. Dinner is fantastic, folks. It really is good. What's not so good is the fact that it is flooding at home. Susie's been sending me some pictures. Right now it's like annoyance level flooding. The culverts are clogged, water's going across the road every which way. No big deal. It's a big deal, but it'll be okay. You know what I mean? So there is a flood warning in place right now for home, not for here. It says here 6 to 7 inches of rain has already fallen. Another 1 to 2 is possible before midnight. And again, everyone, it's going to rain the rest of the night. It's going to rain tomorrow. Storm 2. Flooding along the river and its tributaries is imminent or occurring. Low water crossings are inundated with water and are not passable. Blank blank near blank and blank blank and blank blank are already underwater. And a few adventures ago, I was talking about how out here at Lone Wolf Mountain, it takes a lot of work to keep this up because of like the amount of rain that we get and how fast everything grows. This channel's growing so fast, there's plenty of people who haven't seen all of the videos. So with Lone Wolf Mountain here, it's almost 20 acres. Basically, it's a mountain. And this is my piece of paradise out in the middle of nowhere, which I love. With this area receiving annually around 100 inches of rain per year, things grow fast, which means I have to mow quite a bit here to keep everything under control. So, not on this hill, but on the adjacent hill, I have a shed. Inside of that shed, I have a push mower. It's an old Cub Cadet. It's gotta be at least 10 years old, right? When I brought it out here, it was in great shape. Over the years, animals have basically made their way into that shed and they have really busted that thing up. I had a black bear a few years ago chew a hole in the gas tank. While chewing on the gas tank, it also broke the self-propelled motor wire, which I've never fixed. Honestly, I'm not sure why animals are so obsessed with that mower, but ever since I brought it out here, they have been chewing on it and just tearing that thing apart. So it's a pretty rough shape as far as the appearance goes and all that stuff. Getting it started is ridiculous. Tomorrow I'll show you, but it runs like a champ. First pull every time for like 10 years, it fires up. Just like it fired up the other day. I came out here, it no longer has the self-propelled motor with it, so I literally push that mower all over this mountain. I love it. It is killer exercise, everyone. Killer. That mower and I, we have an agreement. As long as it fires up, I'm not going to get rid of it. I'll keep pushing that thing all over the mountain. Wait until you see it. It's ridiculous. The patchwork that I've had to do out here. We're too far away to go get something to make replacements and fixes. I have to do everything here at the mountain. It's funny. Wait until you see it. But that is the agreement that I have with Mr. Mower and myself. As long as it fires up, I'll keep it. everyone. I just got in bed. I have to tell you, this is super comfortable. It has been a really good night. The rain has been insane. Just non-stop thunderstorms, non-stop heavy rain. I'll be honest, I've already dozed off a couple of times. So yeah, I'm ready for bed. My plan is to set my alarm for 6 a.m. We'll get up early, have coffee, and we'll go explore the property a little bit. I'll show you all the shed and that messed up mower. It's funny. Good night, everyone. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. It is a little bit after 6 o'clock. I slept great last night. I turned in around midnight and basically slept all night long. There was one interruption. My phone was going off. A flash flood warning went into place around 12:45 last night, or I should say this morning. It said roughly 8 inches of rain had fallen, and there was like a line of continued storms. I don't know what I did last night after I fell asleep. I just passed out cold. I went ahead, fired up the heater here, just to take the edge off, you know? Temperature-wise, it's about 50 degrees. Oh yeah. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. As it stands right now, it is lightly raining. Before the rain picks up too much, let's make our way down the road. Let's talk about a few things, including the shed. This driveway here is half a mile long, and it has never washed out, even though it can be quite steep. And it's all because of the grass and the weeds that are growing on it. The grass and the weeds hold the whole thing together and stop it from washing away. Now you may notice I have some new gravel here. All of this came from my house. It starts from right here and it actually goes a good way up the mountain here. All of this gravel came from my house out of the creek. When I get time, I fill up 5-gallon buckets and I bring them out here. And basically I've just been filling in some low spots. So here you have it. Here's the shed, built in the early 1900s. I have had to do some repairs to it. And here is the mower that I was talking about. As you all can see, this thing is in rough shape. The top has been torn off. The pulley system to start it, it's gone. Some creature stole it. A black bear chewed a hole in the gas tank. At the same time, he or she tore up the self-propelled motor wire. The side discharge port has been also torn off, but I replaced that with a piece of steel and a plastic plate. To get this started, I have to take 550 cord and wrap it around the top and pull. But every single time I do that, this thing fires up. I kid you not. I have replaced the blade on it a few times, but it's a champ. An ugly looking champ. Coming out here to get the mower is always an adventure. You never know exactly what you're going to find out here. I've walked around the corner before and there was a whole bunch of turkeys nesting on the ground. I've come out here before and almost stepped on like 7-foot long black racer snakes. That's startling. Any snake that is 7 foot long will startle you, I promise. As I'm hiking up, I'll spook a dozen deer, or I'll spook some black bear out of the woods. That, my friends, is what it's like here at Lone Wolf Mountain. My friends, this adventure is coming to an end. Thank you all so much for joining me out here at Lone Wolf Mountain. Storm after storm, 6 to 8 inches of rain. It was a wet trip. I'm ready to go home. I got work to do. I gotta go solve problems. If you enjoyed this episode, hit the thumbs up. I do appreciate it. It's a great way to support this channel. Seriously, if you like the Outdoor Gear Review, hit the thumbs up. Make sure to check out my second YouTube channel, A Quiet Place Adventures. There's a brand new adventure on there every single week. Be good, everyone. Take care. Strength and honor. I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.
Thank you.